I gave in and had to lift the car up. So you have somewhere to put all your washers and your nuts. Oops. Oh, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mischief TV. It's cold. We're gonna do some fun things with the vet. All of you coming back, welcome. Anybody new? I'm Hunter. This is my C4 Corvette that I got sometime last year. We put a bunch of money into and it got snowed on. So before we do anything with it, I gotta take all the snow off. So I'm gonna do that real quick and we will see you guys in a second. My top doesn't leak, your top leaks. Alright guys, I have a confession to make. My car don't work. I mean, it works, but it don't work very well. So what we're gonna do in this video is rejet the carb. We're going to fix our leaky exhaust because we have a hole in one of our exhaust headers, and we are going to try and mess with the timing. So remember that later. We got all sorts of gasket sealer, we got some new plugs, so hopefully everything goes well. See how far we can get, how much we can get done, and fingers crossed that the vet sounds a lot better than the clip you're about to see. We're reading healthy volts, so yeah, everything looks good. Choke on, let the fuel pump run for a second. Okay, battery, let's play this game. She's awake.
A few moments later.
Alright, we've let her warm up for a little bit. It's been about 5-10 minutes since that last clip. Two things to note. One, it's idling decent. Two, the amount of smoke coming out this side is due to the exhaust leak that we have right there. So, we will attempt to fix that today as well. I'm going to have to get a bolt to shove up in there and a nut. It'll be fun. But hear that? That stutter and then the pop, she's not supposed to do that. And that's what we're gonna try to fix today. I suppose the first course of action here would be to break off the vacuum lines.
So I figured it out. 1, 2, and 3 popped off. So next will be the springs and then the fuel line. I've got the springs off, I've got the throttle cable off, I've got everything but the fuel line off. So my thought is, I've got this vacuum cap, and we might try to cap off the carburetor, try not to leak anything out of the bowl, but this hose is where the fuel is gonna dump out of. So I got a zip tie, and we're gonna try to kink it and zip tie it real fast. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to hold the camera and do this at the same time. So I will see you guys when I have it done. And if I make a mess, you guys will be the first to know. The smallest mess later, I mean, a little bit on the towel, not too bad. Got it pulled out of the way. So all that's left is the 4 mounting bolts for the carb, and this should come right out. We got them all out. And make sure you take out one of the mounting studs here, so you have somewhere to put all your washers and your nuts. I'm joking, it wasn't supposed to come out. I don't know why it came out. It was kind of loose, but it works, and I have somewhere to keep all the pieces. So you win some, you lose some. But it should just come off of there. Make sure you take that off too. Now it should just, yep. And then I gotta take that wire off. There we go. We have the Holley Carburetor. There she is. And just a quick little look inside. Actually, this gasket looks pretty good. I might be able to reuse it. Actually, it all looks pretty good. Looks pretty clean. Not a lot of residual dirt. A little bit over here, it looks like. But that's kind of just stuck in, so yeah, it looks all right. Now that we've got it off the car, first thing we're gonna do is drain both sides. This is the front, so our main jets should be in here. So we're gonna pop 1, 2, 3, 4 out, and then they should just drain out and come out. From what I don't know, I've never taken one of these Holleys apart before. So we're doing this together. Please don't make a mess. Please don't make a mess. It's gonna make a mess. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna make a mess. It's gonna make a horrible gas mess. It's kind of why I got it leaning off the bench here. I got it pan right under the end of the bench so we can catch all of the fluids coming out, like the gas. That is going to make a mess, big old mess. Big old screws. Show you a big old screw. Hold on, I'm getting it out. Big old bolt. Probably should take the bottom ones out first. You know, missed. Well, the carpet just became one with the gas mix.
Not on the rug, man.
Close enough, I suppose. Now that we've got it drained out, I went ahead and popped it off. It is just sealed on there, so you should not have to use a screwdriver. It's just a pretty hard pop. Looks pretty clean though. I'm pretty happy with the inside. I was kind of scared that the inside of this would be pretty dirty, but I think that I am standing corrected and it is actually quite clean. Okay, so I've gone ahead and taken the front and the back off, the primary and the secondary tanks. Primary float bowl, secondary float bowl. I've gone ahead and ensured both needle and springs and floats are all working. And this is our jetting plate, kind of just sat like that, right? Pop it off, and here are our jets. I have no idea what sizes these are, so I'm gonna pop them out, and let's see what size jets I'm actually running. All right, I just got it loose and popped out. I haven't even looked at what number it is, and it's a 66. So actually a lot smaller than I thought. We're running a set of 66 jets. So we might go down to like 64. That's not too bad, honestly. I'm gonna do some digging. We might go a jet or two smaller, which means I'm gonna have to order some. My goal is to also go through a bit more of the carb. I mean, it's a lot cleaner than I was expecting. I'm very happy with how clean it is. But I'd like to get inside and clean some of these jets, maybe clean some of this burnt. If I can, just make it look a little bit cleaner, and obviously clean up the overspray paint, but we'll get to that when you guys aren't watching, because that's not something worth filming. But I'm gonna take this other one out and double check that we have two 66s. They are both 66s.
48 hours later.
With the power of Amazon Prime, we have fuel jets.
Here they are. I went ahead and got them drawn out. We've got 60 to 69 and the old 66s. And if you look at the height difference, they are just a little bit deeper. So just ever so slightly there. So hopefully that doesn't matter too much. What do I know? Not much about these carbs, I'm going to be so honest with you guys. But I have done a little bit of research. I believe we are running rich. So to fix that, we are going to go 64s instead of 68s. I'm also going to try and get a new set of spark plugs, and we're going to swap them out as well. But I'm going to throw the 64s in, and we're going to throw it back on the car and go from there. I think we're running rich. It pops. It really runs pretty bad. I've definitely got some fire coming out of the exhaust.
You guys have seen it in the other videos. If you haven't, it's pretty comical, but need to fix it. And we've got some soot in the exhaust. All the telltale signs of it running rich. So I think we just should go lower first. And obviously if this doesn't fix it, if the 64s don't do it, I've got the rest of them. Can always just take it back apart. And I don't have to take it off the car just to change the jets. I just got to pop off the jet casing. So it's not too bad. I'm going to throw it back together. We will see you guys when it's done.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Quick little tip. When you're putting these back in, if you guys are doing this yourself, only till snug.
And all 4 of these fuel bowl mounting bolts on both sides, they go to snug, just a little bit tighter, and that's it. You do not want to strip them out, and you really do not want to break these. So be very careful when you're putting these back together if you guys are doing this yourself. And of course, you know, it snowed again. I had to tarp it back up. So I'm going to untarp it yet again, pull 1 spark plug off. We're going to go get a brand new set of spark plugs, throw them in, get some gasket sealer, throw some gasket sealer on the carb gasket because I don't want to get a new carb gasket, but it is probably going to leak, so we're going to silicone that and then go leak.
Alright, I feel it's pretty fair that we're in this together, so you guys should see it at the same time I do. I don't expect it to look very good, I'm going to be so honest. I'm very fearful it's going to be very black. Yes. Oh, a little white, that's indicating lean, but the rest of it shows rich, really rich.
I gave myself half an hour to get these plugs out because I've normally struggled with them. 10 minutes later, all 8 are out. Let me give you a better look.
Driver's side, kind of black, doesn't look too great. Passenger side, burnt. Those boys are black.
I don't know, something's rough over there. I think it's that hole in the exhaust. So we're gonna try to fix those. I'm gonna go get new plugs, throw them in real quick. We're gonna remount the carb. It's got to sit for about an hour, and then we will make some progress. Well, guys, the Roll King was a bust. We got gasket sealer, we got silicone, we got a bolt for the exhaust. Did not get spark plugs. I'm sitting here putting spark plugs in, and I'm realizing we're doing things out of order. We need to go ahead and put the carb on and put this gasket on because it needs to sit for an hour, and it might as well sit while I'm putting spark plugs in. So, pull all of our towels out because I am deathly afraid of dropping things down here and keeping it very clean. It's very clean. So, I'm gonna go get the carb, get the gasket, get our silicone, and let's get this carb on there, and then I'll go back to the plugs. I got 4 of them done, and realized I'm kind of just letting time waste by not putting the carb on there first. So let's do that. I've got the carb here, we got the gasket, got our gasket maker, and we got our special mouse tool that we'll use in a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and lay just a nice wall of goop. I'm gonna do that on all 4 sides. It's really hard to hold the camera and do this at the same time. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. But a little something like that all the way around. Like so. And then take this thing and just do a nice little a little bit, oh yeah. And we'll go through and clean that up later. Important part now is making sure it's got a good seal all the way around, and that it will set good all the way around when it is dry, which I'm not overly worried about, but eliminate all forms of vacuum leak, because this thing, as you guys saw, and I have seen in the past, and you'll see right now, it doesn't do very well. It doesn't do a very good burnout. It kind of sucks. So
let's fix that. Hopefully this fixes it. So now I'm gonna lay another very thin layer, not as heavy as that one, right on top. That will go right onto the Holley. This layer is not as important, but like I said, I want to be sure. So I'm gonna lay this layer, get the Holley set, and then I will explain what we're doing in a second. So, explaining what we're gonna do. We're gonna use all of these that we took it off earlier. We're gonna let it set for about an hour. I'm gonna put all the new plugs in it, and then we'll use our special little tool. So, take off all of our nuts here. Want a nut? I'll give you a nut. How about another one? How about some more? You want some more nuts? How about some washers too?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I've got them all snug. So we're gonna let this sit for about an hour, and I'm gonna put the rest of the plugs in. Once that is dry, we will tighten it the rest of the way and continue from there. So, you guys remember that hole in the exhaust that I mentioned earlier in the video? Yeah, it's right there. It is right there. So I got a bolt that we're going to try and put through it. It's in one of my bags. I think it's over there. And try to get it tightened down. Now what I don't have is an exhaust flame gasket, patience to take it all off, or the ability to cut the rest of the exhaust off right now. So what we are going to do is shove a bolt through it, get it nice and tight, and cross our fingers really tight that it works, because I'm not doing the rest of the work. So I'm gonna throw that bolt in there. I will show you guys once I get it threaded in, and let's all cross our fingers together that this fixes it and I don't have to tear it all apart. I gave in and had to lift the car up, but I don't know how well you guys can see. There's no gap there anymore. I got it nice and super tight, as tight as I can get it by hand. I can't get an impact under there. So hopefully that fixes it. We still need to let the carb sit for a little bit. So what I think we're gonna do is take a minute, chill, maybe do a once over of everything, make sure we got everything. Like, I still gotta plug this plug wire back in. All right, check oil, check the rest of it, just do a quick once over, chill for a little bit, and then we will come back and we will tighten down the carb, get the rest of the hoses on, get the fuel connected, and start it up. So on that note, I will see you guys whenever that is, right now.
Day 2.
You guys remember when I told you today was gonna be nicer? I lied. It is colder and it's actively snowy.
I've got the carb tightened down, all the hoses in place. I mean, everything's really where it should be. And I noticed I've got this kink here in this line. So I've got some clear hose here and the world's smallest Phillips screwdriver to help me do it. We're gonna change that piece out real quick, and hopefully everything should be buttoned up, and we might even try to start it today.
The next morning.
A whole 24 hours later, it snowballed. The fuel line snowballed, and let me show you why.
When I saw this line was kinked, I went ahead and looked at the rest of them, and this line was kinked as well. So I replaced these two lines and noticed my gauge was messed up. So I went ahead and ordered a brand new fuel gauge. I'll show you guys those clips. You guys will see them here. Went ahead, put new Teflon tape on it, put the new hoses on it, got it all set up, and then we went and put it on the car. So that should be a brand new gauge, should be tight. Everything should be on there pretty well. So the only hose that I really want to replace now is this ugly one here, but we'll get to that at some point in the future. But that also means that we are ready for start. All right, we've got the battery hooked up. Everything looks okay. Done a once over of everything. So we've got 12.6 volts. Genuinely don't know if that's going to be enough, but let's hope that everything that I did makes a difference. And turn the fuel pump on. Oh, I'm gushing fuel. There's a mess. All right, well, something I did just made a huge mess. Much better. Let's try that again. Okay, so ignition on, fuel pump on, no leaks. No leaks. So I'm gonna let it run for a second, let it fill up those fuel bowls, and then we will try and crank it over. 6 pounds of active fuel pressure is awesome. That's about what we want. We went 6 to 7. So that's awesome. Let it fill the carb up. That'll be a perfect fuel pressure for once it's idling too. Fingers crossed it stays. I think the other gauge was messed up. It was reading double. That's my hope anyway, because this one goes back to 0. So we will see you guys in about 2 minutes.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
66 jets to 44 jets. See what she'll give me here. Turn the choke on. It's right here. I'm a bit nervous. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Ain't nothing to do but try it. Ready? One shot. Let's try it now. Big ass feet.
Later.
That's more like it. Yeah, that's nice. Sounding pretty healthy. Got that nice brap to it. Be a little cold. Not to mention that we went down jet sizes, which means I have to retune it. It's so cold. Retune it completely. So I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. So this is your main idle screw. I don't know if you can hear it change. The idle changes when you change this screw. These are the adjusters for your fuel jets. You have your float bowls up top, and then your adjuster for your choke plate or your accelerator pump, whatever you want to call it, on the bottom. So I believe the idle is set pretty well, but I'm going to go through and make sure these are all set. Make sure that the idle arm right here, you should be able to put a piece of paper under it. And I think that you can still, but I'm going to double check that. And I'm basically just going to do a very quick tune, and then we're going to test it out. But as it sits, she still backfires a lot. So there is that. But we are not stuttering when I give it gas. Actually, she sounds really mean. I'm really quite happy with it. So I'm going to do a very quick tune, and we will see how far I can get before I run into another problem. Idling steady at about 1,000, that's great. All of our other gauges are great, except the Tim gauge, it's kind of a little funky right now. I don't understand why. Idle. So be a DJ, could make music to dance to. Up here, everything sounds all right. We've got perfect fuel pressure. A little bit of smoke. I think I have an exhaust leak or oil burning somewhere, but
Alright guys, I think I'm going crazy. So it's time to move on to the timing gun. Yes, it's timing time. So I have gone ahead and set it at top dead center using a piece of soldering wire. So that should work, I think. And we do have timing marks actually. So I'm going to get the timing gun out. That's our special mouse tool I showed you guys earlier. Bada bing, bada boom. Fancy little timing gun, but this one's got a dial on it, so I can't hardly get to the little plate. So I'm gonna get the timing gun set up. We're gonna go ahead and get it started, and we're gonna try to set the timing before it gets dark. After reading the instructions, Googling and using ChatGTP to find out what the timing should be, and just making sure I know how to use this light and got it set up correctly, we're gonna go for it. ChatGTP said I should start at 14 degrees initial timing. The gun says start at 0, go from there. So we're gonna just kind of move slowly up. ChatGTP did say, I don't know if it's credible or not, you guys take that, but Google kind of matched it, that my mechanical operating timing should be 34 to 36, but that's also right in the destination zone. So it's gotta be really, really careful about how high up I go. But we're going to just kind of keep it low and see if we can't just tune it a little bit better. We're just kind of going to keep the gun where it needs to be, kind of adjust the distributor as we need to, and just kind of go from there. Ignition on, fuel pump on, choke on. Oh, she's going to be tested.
I'm just gonna keep doing this until we can find a better, so I don't think it's happy.
Not very often do I feel I need the fire extinguisher. I'm getting a lot closer. It was starting to get pretty hot, and I had the fan on, but with it just sitting stationary, it does get pretty warm. Pop, pop, pop. Bada bing, bada. Boom. So you can get in here with a wrench and adjust your distributor manually to advance the timing. So you can use this timing gun to advance it.
A little later.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna show you guys, but if you wanna figure out how to do it yourself, go watch a video. I'll try to link one in the description, because I got about 15 minutes. Oops. But I am getting somewhere. It's just very hot again, and kind of smoky. All right, guys, a new day yet again, and Tristan's here. Yay, he's gonna help me because I was low-key losing my mind yesterday, if you guys couldn't tell. So we're gonna go ahead and get her started up and attempt to time this a little bit better. I researched a little bit more, so we should be on a little bit better of a course today. So let's see what she's got. It's a good sign. Yeah. One shot. Just let it warm up for a minute. Let her warm up, and she's at 2,000 RPM, so a little much. So take this. 34 to 36 when it's at 3,000 RPM or when the distributor stops advancing. So we're just going to go at it. Like I said, guys, you can watch the video, but we're going to attempt this.
Five minutes later.
Don't do what I just did. I just freaking broke it. Guys. So we're at a stall again. I'm just having a heyday with this thing.
Literally every time we go to make a video about this car, I break something or something goes wrong. So the video is going to be delayed even longer, guys. You can blame me. Now you know why. I broke what's called the banjo bolt that lets all of the fuel into the carburetor from the main fuel lines.
And you really do not want to break these.
So I have to get another one, and my best bet is ordering one, which is going to take a couple days. So you guys will see this video probably next week, and I'm sorry, next week from today, which is probably going to be the Tuesday that you guys are seeing it. Just know that last week we skipped a video. This is why. I broke it. I'm a dumbass. Remember me telling you guys don't tighten them tight, just snug them? I went too tight. I broke it. That's exactly what happens. Don't do it yourselves. Learn from me, and we'll see you in a couple days, I guess.
24 hours later.
Unfortunately, guys, it's snowing again, and this is actually a pretty bad snowstorm. If you can't see, it's so cold that the snow is landing on my mustache and freezing. It's about -2 out here again, and we're on 4 inches going on about 8, so not great weather for tuning or timing a car. So unfortunately, I think we are going to put this video out, and then next week we are going to fire up this Vette, and we are going to get her dialed in because she is not sitting any longer. Right now we are just dependent on the weather and that little bolt to show up, but if we can't get that bolt to work, then I have solutions. We got screwed by the weather, guys. I apologize. I want you guys to know that we have plans coming, but I will not wait another week to put a video out for you guys. I think there's enough in this one that is creditable, and we will do bigger things next week. That's the goal, at least. So make sure you guys stay warm. I appreciate everybody who's stayed watching so far. I still have to unbury it once more. So I have a fun day ahead of me. Make sure you guys stay warm. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you leave me a comment and tell me all the fun things we should do with the Vette. Make sure you tell me what I did wrong, and we will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it's a little bit warmer. Bye-bye. Yippee! Why does it have to be so cold? Why is it so cold? Quick little addition to the end of the video here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment. It is my 21st birthday today. Yay me! So there's only one thing left to do before we end this video for you guys. So for YouTube reasons, that's herbal tea. But if you guys enjoyed, please like the video, and we will see you all very, very soon. Hopefully this weather warms up a little bit because I have plans for that Vette.